Can we go to the depths of hell? We've been talking about hell. Let's talk about Carolina football. One big question is North Carolina the worst Power 4 team in the country today? UCLA was the answer going into today. 0-4 had not led at any point this season. But right now, I think, it could be the answer. Bill Belichick, arguably the greatest coach in NFL history, now coaching the worst team in the country if you're looking at the Power 4. Joel, I'll go to you first. Is that true? Do you think they're the worst team in college football? This is Ringer Tailgate presented by FanDuel, and if you're betting on college football, FanDuel's the place to do it. They've got everything. Same-game parlays, quick bets for when you want to jump in live, and futures available all season long to make your playoff predictions. The app's fast, it's easy to use, and best of all, when you win, you get paid out instantly. Download the FanDuel app or go to FanDuel.com/tailgate to get started. The Ringer is committed to responsible gaming. Please visit rg-help.com to learn more about the resources and helplines available, and listen to the end of the episode for additional details. Must be 21 or older in present and select states and 18 and older in D.C., Kentucky, and Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut.
So I'm going to look at the bottom of the leagues here. So they haven't played
Kentucky's in the mix.
College.
Wisconsin's in the mix. West Virginia's in the mix. Boston College is in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, they're down there because they don't look good or explosive at all. Like, I was actually just thinking about Max Johnson throwing out there his brother, man, and I was like, this is how it's going in for you, huh? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm sure Max Johnson's thought was, man, I'm going to go to North Carolina. This is my graduate year. I'm going to learn from the best, and I'm going to get on one of his staffs or something. Because who went to the boy who wore the mustache at Washington State. This is my
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew. That was his deal when he went to Alabama, or he was going to go to Alabama. It's like, I'm going to be a graduate student, get into coaching, and then I'll be.
Yeah, Mike Leach said, "Come play for me."
And then Mike Leach said, "Come play for me." So I kind of thought like Max Johnson probably was like, "Oh, I'm going to learn from the best, and I'm going to get a chance to, get my coaching career started." But now this just looks really pathetic. And it had me like, we're done with North Carolina, right? Like nobody's tuning, nobody's going to watch them or care about them the rest of the year now. Like, that's over. Like, whatever the buzz, the Bubba Cunningham and whoever else thought they were going to get from hiring Bill Belichick, that's over. Like, it's the only thing positive that happened in Chapel Hill was Ludacris today. That's it.
Yeah, had a great performance by all accounts.
There's only one hope for North Carolina football. There's only one hope. Pablo Torre. Pablo's got to sink his teeth back in. That's it. If Pablo doesn't come back with a whole limited series about Jordan and Bill Belichick's relationship, no one is going to give a rat's ass about what's happening in Carolina. They are pathetic. I need a member of the national media. I saw Game Day, and I saw the good old boy. Hey, how you doing? Hey, remember that? But between Belichick and Saban, it was very funny. It was cute. I get it was cute. I didn't know Nick Saban could be cute. Yeah. It's very cute what they were doing there. I need someone to ask actual football questions to Bill Belichick. I'm talking about from the national media. I'm not talking about from the post-game Carolina media. I'm talking about from the national media to ask Bill Belichick actual football questions to see whether or not there is a vision and a plan.
Is anybody home?
I don't want to do
Carolina football because it doesn't seem like there is.
You're going to implicate Tate because, look, man, I mean, this is a Bill Belichick problem. This is a Bill Belichick problem. This is also a Mike Lombardi problem. I mean, that's the roster that he assembled. You know what I mean? No, I'm just saying that is your right. You turned that whole roster over.
That's not
lots
right.
of coaches.
Don't clip this.
It wasn't right.
Lots of
you
coaches
don't do that
in this country.
See what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to hate. I'm just like, we don't have to put it all on the 73-year-old man. You know, like you put it on that poor 73-year-old man. He's going through trying to keep up with his 27-year-old girlfriend, man. You know, he's got a lot of things on his mind. And so he's dependent on his boys. He's dependent on his son. Like, hey, man, like, this is a different time in my life, and dad just wants to kind of live his life. And also, but I'm bringing y'all down, and this is a chance for you all to blossom in these roles. And when I retire, you all can take over my whole kingdom here in Chapel Hill. They're supposed to be building him up and lifting him up. Where's the talent?
Joe, you're not supposed to do that. Let me tell you.
There are only other teams. I told him to start tampering.
I was trying to make it not elder abuse.
Nah, when I first moved to Los Angeles, all my boys came out to visit me. Like all of my homies, Ian, Gino, Ryan, Brian, Trey, they all came out to visit me. And I had no money. We was like pelling around Los Angeles. And my man Brian brought a girl with him.
Oh man.
And obviously you don't do that.
That's terrible.
Right?
That's
like
terrible.
you don't
Mm-hmm.
But the girl is with him and she's the problem. She's messing up the whole situation. And we complaining about things, but you can't bring that up. You can't, because that's your man's girl. That's the relationship that he has. And my boy Ian did what you just did. We sitting there and we driving around and she said something and he goes, all right, now, you're already up there in the Bojangles slot messing up the whole thing. And we were like, whoa, you don't do that. You can't bring it up.
Wait, how did she come back from that? What happened?
It ruined everything.
Yeah. Oh man.
It ruined everything.
That's rough.
It ruined everything. Because then she was like, what you mean the Bojangles slot, nigga? And then after she looked back, we was like, oh hell, not a trip. That's what you just did to Tate.
Yeah.
Barney is like Tate's. That's like Tate's. They in a relationship. You can't bring that up on the show. You can't do that.
Look, man. Tate didn't know I was going to say that. He does not. He is not involved with my comments.
I disavow.
He disavows it. I speak only for myself, and I'm sure it's better that way. But
so,
where's the talent? I mean, Bill Belichick. I mean, again, like,
where's the talent?
What is he supposed to do with that? I mean, I don't understand. Like, he's not going to make Clemson out of that.
Well, I will say that the two quarterbacks that they went after, right? John Mateer goes to Oklahoma because Arbuckle is going to go to Oklahoma. He wants to stay with his offensive coordinator. So you lose him. You offer him $4 million. He doesn't come. Quinn Ewers, you offer him $4 million. He says, I'd rather get cut by the Dolphins. So you lose your top two quarterback options to come to North Carolina. But here's my plan. This is a Nathan for you plan that Bill Simmons texted me. That's how you know it's bad. Bill texted me and he goes, this is an unequivocal disaster. And then, proceeds to go down the list of all of Bill Belichick's accolades and like, how is it this bad and all this sort of stuff. And as I've, told him, this is Carolina football. It doesn't matter who is there. He can be the greatest coach ever. Things can go south quickly, but this is probably the worst team we've seen. Oh. But here's the answer. Here's the plan. This is my Tate for you plan. Like, here's the plan. Here's how we get it done. Jordan, what does she love? She loves the media. She loves the moment. She loves the attention. Yeah. And who else does she love? Taylor Swift. What does Taylor Swift love more than anything? Breakups. Right? This is the moment, right? This is the time. Now, I'm not saying they have to actually break up, but I'm saying for the PR of it all, let's give her a full cycle of a story. Let's give her a fall breakout where she can become the star of the situation. Her and Bill Belichick, things did not work out. They've broken up. That helps everything inside the building. That helps all the conversation around the program. Everybody feels a little bit better about the situation. Now, they could stay together and maybe they are in love and maybe they'll be happily ever after. But I'm saying PR-wise, do an old Hollywood trick here. Do the breakup, do the whole rollout, and make everybody feel better. This is the only way. There's only one way to salvage the situation. It's to break up Jordan and Bill Belichick. That's where I stand. When we're talking about relationships, that one's got to end. I don't care if it really ends, but it's got a PR end for sure.
My dude, Bunky Perkins, says, he tweeted this earlier today, man. He said, the health scare Bill Belichick is about to concoct would make Urban Meyer blush. And I was just like,
Coach
man.
K, my back hurts.
Yeah, man. It's like, I can need a hip replacement. I didn't know it until now, Maybe,
man,
leave it to
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell y'all something. The list of things that Bill Belichick going to break up with before he break up with that girl is so long. Bill Belichick will break up with democracy. He'll break up with wealth. He'll break up with football. He'll break up with chocolate. He'll break up He'll break up with sugar. He'll break up with hoodies. He'll break the list of things that Bill Belichick will break up before he breaks up with that 20-something-year-old girl that's curling his toes. Y'all crazy. Y'all act like that's not happening. That's
Van,
not
they
happening.
don't have to actually break
Oh
up.
yeah,
I'm just saying, this is a PR
Tate's
move.
plan. Yeah, it's just like
this is
create
the
a little,
plan.
create a little.
You
smoke.
can stay at one of his many properties. You can act like you broke up with him, outside to the world, but inside you can stay with him. Everything's fine. But we need something. Give us
can
something.
I ask you a question?
Please.
How of all the college football shows that are out there, we tend to be like one of the most woke. I was on, which is probably not a great thing. I was on CNN yesterday, and I talked about sitting down in my driveway when I was handcuffed by the cops. And I didn't want to say Indian style, so I said sitting down Native American style.
Oh,
so
man.
I know.
Crisscross
it's bad.
Is that a
applesauce.
saying?
Crisscross
is not.
Crisscross
It's
applesauce.
not.
Yeah.
It's not. I just don't want to. I don't want to upset anyone. But this is by far the most gleefully unwoke we are. Whenever it comes to Bill Belichick and North Carolina football, we gleefully blame the woman. It's her fault, and I stand by it. It's like
I tried to blame Mike Lombardi, by the way.
See?
I stand by it. They will never win, ever, as long as she is there. As long as she is around, he will not be focused on football. It just won't happen. They will never win as long as she is there, ever.
Salute.
He ain't letting that
I'm with
27 go. He ain't letting that 27. Yeah, I mean, that is, Van makes a very good point. He will, that would be, because he knows when she walks out the door, that's never happening for him again, right? Like that is a chapter of it, unless he pays for it. Right. I was going to say.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft show him, how
we're paying for it now.
Right. Yeah. But so he's probably like, man, like she will have to leave me. But what I was going to say is like, you know what this reminded me of? Because this is the first time in my life I felt sorry for Bill Belichick. Do you remember when Mike Tyson fought Lennox Lewis?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, man, I think, man, Mike Tyson, man, was the best heavyweight of my lifetime. I always just kind of thought, man, he's still a badass. Like I've seen him lose. Right, I know Evander Holyfield already has bullied this man, but I think he still got power in them hands. And then it was around about the second, third round. I was like, oh man, Mike Tyson's getting beamed on, man. Like he's about to get his ass beat. It was really sad. I just wasn't used to that. Or like when Roy Jones Jr. lost to Glenn Johnson, he got like knocked out in the 9th round and couldn't get up. Like it was scary. I was like, damn, man, he's out there getting his ass beat. That's what I felt for Bill Belichick today. I was just like, damn, bro, like he's really getting his ass beat now. It's not 6-6 bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is the worst possible scenario. The only thing he could have done worse was lose to Charlotte and Richmond.
Yeah. Which they could have lost.
This is laughing stock. Joe, this is laughing stock. Carolina football, the laughing stock right now.
Yeah.
Of college football. And there's something else. It doesn't seem like he cares.
I know. That's the hardest part.
It doesn't seem
There's reasons for that.
It doesn't seem like he gives a shit about any of it. It like Bill Belichick used to seem to hang on every single win that the Patriots would get or not get. In this case, it just doesn't seem like he cares at all.
How could he?
In any way about this, man. It's so odd. It's so weird to see him in this situation.
How could he, man? He's been in Super Bowls. You know what I mean? He's been at the height of football. And so I bet, he's got professional pride theoretically. But now you're sitting on the sideline at a 10th full stadium, losing into a bad Clemson team. How can you feel the same? You're just like, I'm still Bill Belichick. I've got all these Super Bowl rings. I'm going to go in the Hall of Fame. It probably, when he thinks about it, it's like, this is bad, but I'm still who I am. I just can't make myself care. But that's an argument for being like, well, maybe I don't need to coach anymore. Maybe I'll just do the media thing with Jordan. We'll do a podcast or something like that.
Bill used to have this speed limit thing, like when a coach would hit 55, right? Like anything on the other side of 55 is bad. You know what I mean? Like it starts like trending in the wrong direction. I think it probably is bumped up to around 65. It's probably gone 10 years back. But I mean, he's 70. I think that's what we're seeing. I think we're seeing the downtrodden version of a Bill Belichick. And yes, he can be involved in all three phases. Yes, he knows football like the back of his hand. Yes, he loves it. Yes, he's involved in all these sorts of things. But it just isn't there. And in the press conference does not inspire much hope. You know, you watch these press conferences, you're like, man, he really doesn't seem bothered.
Yo, somebody said that during the game. They were like, and I was thinking about that too. I was like, imagine being on that sideline. Who on that sideline is going to pump him up, man? Like, you know, every roster kind of has like a Trooper Taylor type dude, or, you know, something like that. Like somebody's going to get these guys pumped up. This is an NFL staff, and they just don't seem to have the kind of juice to them, right? Like there's just no, it didn't seem like anybody over there was really frenzied at like trying to keep them pumped up into the game. And that's kind of the risk of trying to be the NFL's 33rd team. You know, like, I mean, you know.
Would they score any points if they played any other NFL team? That's the question.
Oh,
like,
hell
it would be.
No, they score nothing.
Exactly.
It's bad stuff all over the place.